The biggest twist of all came at the end of the novel, My Sister's Keeper. It proved to be a tear-jerked and definitely was an unexpected ending. For a long time afterward, my father claimed to see Anna in the night sky. Sometimes it was the wink of her eye, sometimes the shape of her profile. He insisted that the stars were people who were so well loved they were traveled in constellations to live forever. My mother believed for a long time that Anna would come back to her. She began to look for signs. Plants that bloomed too early, eggs with doubled yolks, salt spilt in the shape of letters, and me, well, I began to hate myself. It was, of course, all my fault. If Anna had never filed that lawsuit, if she hadn't been at the courthouse signing papers with her attorney, she would have never been at that particular intersection at that particular moment. She would be here, and I would be the one coming back to haunt her. For a long time, I was sick. The transplant nearly failed, and then unexpectedly, I began the long, steep climb upward. It has been 8 years since my last relapse. Something not even Dr. Chance can understand. He thinks it's a combination of the ATRA and the arsenic therapy, some contributing delayed effect, but I know better. It's that someone had to go, and Anna took my place. Grief is a curious thing. When it happens unexpectedly, it is a band-aid being ripped off, taking the top layer off a family. And the underbelly of a household is never pretty. Ours no exception. There were times I stayed in my room for days on end with headphones on, if only so that I would not have to listen to my mother cry. There were weeks that my father worked round-the-clock shifts so that he wouldn't have to come home to a house that felt too big for us. Then one morning, my mother realized that we hadn't eaten everything in the house, down to the last graham cracker crumb, and she went to the grocery store. My father paid a bill or two. I sat down to watch TV and watched an old I Love Lucy and started to laugh. My hand over my mouth, embarrassed. It was Jessie, sitting beside me on the couch, who said she would have thought it was funny too. See, as much as you want to hold on to the bitter, sore memory that someone has left this world, you are still in it. And the very act of living is a tide. At first it seems to make no difference at all, and then one day you look down and see how much pain has endured. I wonder how much she keeps tabs on us, if she knows for a long time. We were close to Campbell and Julia, even went to their wedding. If she understands that the reason we don't see them anymore is because it just plain hurt too much. Because even when we didn't talk about Anna, she lingered in the spaces between the words, like the smell of something burning. I wonder if she was at Jesse's graduation from the police academy, if she knows that he won a citation from the mayor last year for his role in drug bust. I wonder if she knew that Daddy fell deep into a bottle after she left and had to claw his way out. I wonder if she knows that now I teach children how to dance, that every time I see two little girls at the ballet sinking into pliés, I think of us. She still takes me by surprise, like nearly a year after Bear's death, when my mother came home with a roll of film she just developed of my high school graduation. We sat down at the kitchen table together, shoulder to shoulder, trying not to mention as we looked at all our double-wide grins that there was something missing from the photo. And then, as if we conjured her, the last picture of Anna. It had been that long since we'd used the camera, plain and simple. She was on the beach towel, holding out one hand towards the photographer, trying to get whoever it was to stop taking pictures of her. My mother and I sat in the kitchen table, staring at Anna until the sun set, until we had memorized everything from the color of her ponytail holder to the pattern of her fringe on her bikini, until we couldn't be sure that we were seeing her clearly anymore. My mother let me have that picture of Anna, but I didn't frame it. I put it into an envelope and sealed it and stuffed it in far back into a corner drawer of a filing cabinet. It's there, just in case of one of those days I start to lose her. There might be a morning when I wake up and her face isn't the first thing I see, or a lazy August afternoon when I can't quite recall anymore where the freckles on her right shoulder. Maybe one of these days I will not be able to listen to the sound of snow falling and bear her footsteps. When I start to feel this way, I got into the bathroom and I lift up my shirt and touch the white lines of my scar. I remember how at first I thought the stitches seemed to spell out her name. I think about her kidney working inside me and her blood running through my veins. I take her with me wherever I go. This tear-felt narrative was from Kate. Her sister Anna was killed in an unexpected car accident, leaving her with the kidney she required to survive and extra blood for transfusions. The ending left me feeling a little disappointed, as if it was all for nothing. Anna was granted her medical emancipation, but lost her life anyway. Kate now wears the guilt, and does the mother Sarah for neglecting Anna and not spending the time she should have with her. I can't help but feel Anna taught them all so much before she left. She brought her lawyer, Campbell, and his new girlfriend, Julia, together, and she helped Sarah and Brian see how much Jessie needed them. And she allowed Kate to have a voice, and let her parents know just how sad and tired she was of the struggle. Anna truly united this family, and it was so sad that she had to die before it all worked out.